everyone, and welcome to the AMA with Shido Finance, a really interesting DeFi project with innovative products. And today we will meet up with very special guest from Shido, Mr. Bjorn, and he is CEO and co-founder of Shido. He's joining us to share about the DeFi project on Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain. So, hello, Mr. Bjorn. How are you today?
Hello, and hello, everyone. I'm very well, thank you. Very happy to be here. I was honored when I received your invite to come on for the AMA. Thank you.
Okay, and glad to have you here. And I think that we are very eager to learn more about your project. So let's start with the first question. And a little bit that your macro is quite small. So can you put it closer to your?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Okay, so we will start with the first question. Could you please introduce yourself a little bit and a team behind Shido Finance?
Yeah, of course. My name is Bjorn. I am the CEO and founder of Shido Finance. I have been in the crypto space. It's over 3 years now, and the first year it was more as an investor and a trader of the markets. But already the second year, I started to get more involved into DeFi, and I was part of several teams, and I was working on several crypto projects, and both on Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain. And then I slowly started to build on what would become Shido Finance. And now I have been working on the project for a year. Even though we launched on Binance Smart Chain in early March, which is about, what is it now, 6 months ago. And but prior to crypto, I worked with e-commerce for 15 years almost. And I was building different brands and different projects. And when I started e-commerce, it was completely different from what it is now. It was almost 20 years ago. And but that experience has helped me quite a lot, actually, because we are now also, in some sense, building a brand. We are building a user base. We are doing marketing. So that I know a lot about since before. But in Shido now, we are 8 people in the core team. 3 of us is actually from Scandinavia, including myself. I come from Sweden. Rest of the team comes from Europe and different countries. We have a couple from UK, then we have Bulgaria, then we have Turkey. And we're very happy with the team now. We have a strong team, long experience, and we have been able to recruit carefully over time, basically. And we have stick together for a while now, which is important because it takes time for a group to become really efficient. And so I'm very happy with our team. And I mean, we basically launched during bear market. So it was quite low volume when we launched. And so compared to other projects, we have never been forced to downsize. The other way around, actually, we have grown over time, all the time. We have grown slowly, bigger and bigger. So we have recruited instead. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for your answer. Interesting indeed. I know that is quite difficult for you to launching in the bear market, but I see that your team is very strong and enthusiasm and very appealing also. So the next question, can you tell us about the project Shido Finance a little bit?
Yeah, of course. We launched the Shido token on Binance Smart Chain early March, and then we expanded. We launched on Ethereum in April. And Shido Finance it's a DeFi project. It's a cross-chain ecosystem. We have a full range of financial services and all which are fully decentralized. With all Shido utilities, you are in full control of your funds. And but we are also offering actually services that previously they were only offered by centralized exchanges and traditional banks, but we are building innovative DeFi. So we are really in the forefront and pushing the boundaries and bringing these services to DeFi also. And we're at the moment we are building Shido Wallet, which is a DeFi wallet. We're building Shido Exchange, which is a DEX, a decentralized exchange. We're building Shido Card, Visa and Mastercard, which is a crypto debit card. And with the exchange, we are also building a perpetual platform also for leverage trading. And then we have Shido Games, which is a play-to-earn platform. And we will soon, actually now in December, release our first game. So that's going to be super cool also. And we already have an NFT marketplace already launched. It's Shido Market. You can buy our NFTs there. And they all have financial use cases also in the ecosystem. And Shido Wallet is actually launched already. It's available to download for Android and test flight for iOS. And it's a very unique wallet. You see functions which are non-existent in other big wallets, such as MetaMask and also Trust Wallet, which is owned by Binance. And we offer, for instance, we offer cross-chain swaps. You're never stuck on a chain. You can swap BNB to ETH and vice versa with just a click. We offer both fiat on and off ramp. So you are not only able to buy crypto, you can also off ramp and withdraw crypto to your bank account. And the second off-ramp option is getting added now also. So you're going to be able to off-ramp through card and directly to bank account, exactly like many centralized exchanges has. But now we have it and brought it to DeFi. So that is super cool. And then we have many things coming with the wallet. We are fully integrating PancakeSwap and Uniswap now. So when you use those, you don't have to connect to a DApp. We have full ledger and cold wallet support, so you can access your liquidity from a cold wallet also using Shido Wallet. And we have 5 more chains are getting added now. Solana, Cardano, Avalanche, Polygon, and most likely will be Kronos or Phantom. We have not decided yet. We have full support, 2-layer security. We have OpenSea integration coming. And of course, a Shido Exchange and Shido Visa card. Both those products getting fully integrated into the wallet as soon as they launch now in November. So this build is it's really something else, and it's already a super good wallet. But over time now it will be amazing. It will be never seen before. But in a few weeks now we have the DEX. Shido Exchange gonna launch, and this is by far the biggest build we have done. It's a decentralized exchange. It works under the DAO model. It's a DeFi aggregator and perpetual platform, and we have 4 protocols that powers it. So we have an aggregation protocol. So we're gonna aggregate liquidity from all top DEXs on both ETH and BSC. So you basically don't have to go anywhere else. You can find almost all tokens imaginable and trade them on our DEX. So, and then we have the liquidity protocol where you have staking, you have farms. We also have liquidity pools, of course, and you can start earn on your crypto asset by basically providing liquidity. It's not harder than that. And we will have a limit protocol, so you can place limit orders in the swap. So you can place orders with a predetermined price in the swap. So that is also really cool. And of course the perpetual platform, which is a kind of a big build. It's a cross-margin protocol. You can trade leverage up to 100 times. And we use a really innovative way of trading it. It's not like centralized exchanges. We are going to lock in the funds for perpetuals in smart contracts. So it means it will demand both lenders and borrowers. But on the other hand, you don't have to over collateralize your assets which you can see on many platforms. So it's going to be a really cool build also. All in all, Shido Exchange, the DEX, we're going to offer all this under one roof, and that is unseen of. And on top of that, we will have cross-chain swaps, peer-to-peer orders, we will have derivative pools, and we also gas refund for the staking. So if you stake a lot of Shido, you can get up to 90% refund on the gas. So it's a one-of-a-kind build. It will surely take us to the next level. But I'm really excited now about Shido Visa card and Mastercard. It's we're gonna offer both actually, and that has been highly anticipated. We get a lot of requests on it, and you can see it on centralized exchanges, like Binance here and Coinbase, FTX, all those offering crypto Visa card, and now Shido, which is a DeFi project, will do the same, and that's very, very rare. And we're going to issue cards for the whole Europe. We're going to issue cards for UK also that left Europe, and North America also. But we are adding more countries to the list, because I know people send me DMs and say, hey, what about Mexico? But we're gonna unveil more information about that. It will come. We are adding countries all the time, and you're gonna be able to choose which crypto asset you spend with your Shido card. And we have created a really innovative flow to financial infrastructure in the wallet to be able to offer this. So it's coming in November. It's definitely going to be a game changer. You finally going to be able to access your liquidity and use it in your daily life. That's what it's all about. So yeah, it's a lot to come actually.
Okay, it's very impressive, and thanks for your detailed answer. I felt that the project ecosystem is very diverse. You have wallet, you have exchange, card Visa, Mastercard, and also platform and NFT game. And this is very useful for user to have a convenient and complete experience when participating in Shido. And everyone, Shadow Wallet is available on Google Play, so you guys can download to experience it today. And the next question, I think viewer really want to know that what do you want to achieve with Shadow Finance, and what's your goal?
Yeah, great question. Me, myself, personally, I'm a big advocate of decentralization. I love the concept of your keys, your coins, and all that. But I like centralized exchanges also, like Binance. But they are just different. It just works in a different way. And as we can see, it's a demand for both, obviously. So both will coexist next to each other. But when you are in control of your funds, I mean, it's interconnected with your life. So then you are also control of your life, basically. And we are trying to actively drive the adoption towards DeFi, and we are really pushing the boundaries here and making it easy to use, more accessible. And people don't want complicated. That's just a barrier. And Shido Card Visa is a great example where you can hands-on access your liquidity and use it in real life. And this makes your life much easier. And then we are there helping you. And also the non-KYC on-ramp, you can very easily buy crypto with fiat without having to go through registration or application and things like that. It's very easy. So, some way everything starts with the DeFi wallet. It's very user-friendly, easy to use. No knowledge basically is needed. You have the complete set of tools to come into DeFi. So yeah, we're really pushing that. But another goal, I mean, it's about redistributing wealth, and bring more wealth to people also. I mean, this is how our ecosystem is designed. So in Shido ecosystem, the funds are staying in DeFi, and not like other big projects, the revenue just disappears to VC and banks and things like that. But Shido is a fair launch. There was no pre-sale. There was no private sale. Everything went into the pool, and we have not been forced either to raise funds externally. We have managed our own, which makes us also stand free. We have no obligations to anyone, and also what's super important, we have a very clear revenue sharing system. We are allocating a part of the transaction fees for staking. So the revenue flows back as dividend to all the current holders that stake. So, the more volume our products have, the more revenue we earn, and the more revenue the holders earn. We're in the same boat, sharing the same cake. So this is very important to point out, I think, and this is the goals that we are trying to achieve going forward.
Okay, very neat. And I see that when investors learn about the project, they really want to know how can they make money from the project and project development plan in the market. So for the next question, I want to ask about the future hold for Shido and what will come during 2023.
Yeah, I was thinking I could tell a little bit about the tokenomics before that, actually, and the use case of the token, because it's super important. And right now we have 6% transaction tax. It has constantly been going down, actually. And when we were at the low market cap in the beginning, it was up at 12%. But Shido never raises taxes. We have constantly lowered it, and we will become a 0% tax token. And that's when the revenue from the utilities are sustainable to cover the expenses, we will set the tax to 0 and renounce the contract also. And we are coming there. Shido Wallet is already bringing in revenue, and hopefully we will set it to 0 after the exchange launch in November. Because that will bring much more revenue into the project, and that is extremely important to know the plan, both for current holders but also potential investors. What we are trying to do. But for the transaction tax, half is going straight to the liquidity pools to strengthen them, and half of them goes to funding the utilities we are developing. So that's the main source of income we have at the moment that enables us to build everything we are building. But regarding supply also, we have 100 billion minted on Ethereum and 100 on Binance Smart Chain. And then we have burned a lot. We have burned 52.5% on Ethereum and 51.5% on Binance Smart Chain. And I want to point out also, we cannot mint any new tokens. So this is the supply that we have. We don't have such a function, and the supply will continue to decrease because we will do another burn now, and we're also implementing an automatic burning function in the DEX. So a part of the transaction fee will be allocated to burning Shido. So that is also super bullish. But it's also important to know that the Shido token, it has a very, very strong use case, because you can, for instance, you can look at some other big wallets. I don't mention name, but several of them, they don't even have a token because they don't need it. It's just a mobile application, and some have a very vague use case where it could be used as a governance token and could be used as a promotion. But Shido, on the other hand, the token, it has a very clear use case. It's the governance token and the utility token in Shido Exchange and the DAO. So it's really the blood in the system. It's the token which all fees are based upon. So it's work as a connector in the system. So so when the demand increases for the exchange, so does the demand for Shido. And this is super important to know also for the current holders, but potential investors also. And also regarding our smart contracts, they are fully audited. And the exchange now, we receive the quotes. So the exchange is getting audited by Shurtick. They're going to audit all protocols. And right now, also recently for our liquidity pools, we burned all the LP tokens. So no one will ever be able to access our liquidity pools, and not even an exploit. And we cannot disable trade. It's as safe as it gets, really, and it's important to point out for everyone. So that's a little bit about our tokenomics.
Okay, thank you for the very detailed answer about the tokenomic and the use case of Shido. But I want to ask again about the development plan for in the market and what will come during 2023 for Shido.
Yeah, exactly, because not really, but more or less our roadmap spans to the end of year, but it continues into the next year because there's a lot of new integrations and new chains coming and so on. But we have huge plans for 2023 next year. And I am actually here and now officially announcing that Shido is building its own blockchain. So Shido chain is coming in 2023. And it's a layer 1 EVM blockchain, and it will have special attributes that focus really on speed and security. And Shido will be, of course, the native currency on the blockchain. And the work has actually already started behind the scenes. And much, much more will unfold now the nearest time. But I really want to speak a bit more on it. It's an EVM blockchain. So we will use the Ethereum virtual machine, which, of course, it grants developers the ability to very easy create smart contracts and dApps on Shido chain. And we will use Solidity as the programming language, which also is a strategic choice. There's a lot of developers that know Solidity, and it will easily drive adoption of Shido chain. And also it will be easy to migrate dApps to Shido chain also. And we will use POS, proof of stake, to confirm a transaction and create new blocks. And that this will also ensure faster transaction speed, and also actually it's more environmental friendly. And we will have pretty fast block generations. It will be around 3 seconds, same as Binance Smart Chain. Ethereum, they have around 12 seconds today, I think, on block generations. So it will be much faster than that. And but there will be a slightly tweak to the proof of stake because we want to ensure security and reliability of the chain. So we're going to have some authority over that part, because we're going to have the ability to vet for the validators, that the delegator is the token holders, which they are going to be voting for. But to ensure decentralization, we are forced to choose a lot of validators, and this is important to point out. And this way, Shido chain, we are able to much better ensure security and reliability of the chain. And this is the way to go, I think. And so it's a slight trade-off. It becomes slightly more centralized, but in return you get security and quality on the other hand, and that is as important. But we will build a Shido bridge also. You will be able to create and mint new tokens that will be pegged to the value of the original token. It's also known as a wrapped token. So you're going to be able to migrate your tokens to Shido chain, and this also going to speed up the whole adoption. And of course, you can bridge them back and unwrap them, of course. But we will not charge anything for this. It will be completely free. The only thing you have to pay is the gas fee from the chain of origin. That's it. And this is because we want to encourage the adoption of the chain. And we will also start an incubation program for Shido chain, and it will be at least 3 significant airdrops that will occur for the first decentralized exchange getting launched, for the first launch pad, for the first Oracle getting launched. We will airdrop native tokens to the current holders of Shido, to product users, and also to contributors. And we will share much more details on these programs, but it starts actually right here, right now. And we are taking snapshots now of current Shido holders. And so they will get a part of the airdrops. And after this announcement and after this AMA, we will actually take a new snapshot. So this is really big. And I like to summarize it a bit. In Shido chain, the focus is really on a lightning fast chain, high transaction speed, and low gas fee. And this is how we design it. And it also will have cross-chain compatibility. So you will, with Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain, and the EVM, as it's EVM compatible, it will be easy for Solidity developers to migrate dApps to Shido chain. And we will have a high focus on DeFi, also P2E games, metaverses, because our speed will be very friendly to that. So that will be the main focus. And this is really huge, and we will announcements will come, and more information will roll out, and we will make sure that everyone knows that we are building a tier 1 blockchain. So very happy for that.
It's really cool. I really impressive with Shido development plan, and also thank for your goal to make user life more easier and more quality with Shido products. And it's the last but not least question. For anyone that want to invest or learn more about Shido, where can they find the project?
You can find all about us on our official site, shido.finance. There you will also be able to find links to our products. We have Shido Wallet on shidowallet.io. We have Shido Exchange on shido.exchange. And you will also find out much more about Shido chain. Further announcement will come following this AMA. We're getting information up on the website. Everything that is to know about Shido is on our website. Team, white paper, tokenomics, and all that. But if you want to buy, if you want to invest, you can easily go to Uniswap for Ethereum or PancakeSwap for Binance Smart Chain. We're also listed on some other dexes like BabyDoSwap and SafeMoonSwap also. But if you prefer centralized exchanges, that's you can find us there also. We have DigiPhoenix, IndoX, CoinSpit, and all trading pairs. We have links on our website under Buy Shido, so you can just check it out.
Thank you so much for all of your sharing in the AMA today. And I think now viewers here has a deeper understanding of the project, as well as the opportunity to gain money from Shido Finance, a very potential and interesting DeFi project with innovative products. And thank you so much for joining us today, Mr. Bjorn. Would you like to send a message to our viewer before closing the AMA today?
Yeah. First of all, I want to thank everyone that tuned in and listened to this AMA. Always really appreciate it. We have seen the interest has been growing rapidly recently, and I'm very happy about that. But especially for the community and our current holders, that's the ones that we are looking after their interest always first. And I also want to add, it's very early. to join Shido. I mean, we have only one utility out of 7 big ones that is launched, and that is Shido Wallet. But also with Shido Wallet, we have version 1.1, 1.2 that is yet to come. So there is a full range of utilities that's launching the nearest weeks, basically. And of course, the biggest of them all, which will be our blockchain, Shido Chain, which will come in 2023. So it's super early for sure. And I hope you enjoy the AMA. And please visit our website, Shido.finance. You can join our community on Telegram also. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank Mr. Bjorn and Shido Finance team. So everyone who are interested in the project, you guys can find more detailed information in their social channel that's have been attached in Lucid Huang announcement. And thank you all so much for joining us today with a very interesting topic regarding Shido project. And although this is the bear market, but I wish all the best. I wish you all the best, and also wish for the Shido will grow stronger in the near future.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.